What's the hoopla, everyone? It's award-winning commentator playing some Gears of War 3. I'm actually playing with a lot of people from Yaush. Of course, the Walrus is in here, Mr. OG himself. Brass Monkey, guys, one of the directors on Yaush, does amazing Gears of War videos as well as other stuff. And of course, the Yaush Rebel is on this team. I dig your grave, aka Ford. Now for this video, guys, I'd like to talk to you guys about my video game history and kind of where I started, because we all have that point. You know, the point where your parents walk by and tell you 5 more minutes and turns into 2 more hours. Now everyone was playing the Nintendo 64, I was actually playing the PS1. Video games are not something that my family did. So unlike you guys who parents play, my parents don't play video games or anything. The only argument I really had to actually buy a gaming console was my dad used to play Pong back in college. Of course, Pong was the game where you had these little rubber paddles going back and forth with one ball, and you have to hit it back and forth. Now with the PS1, the main thing was from my sister and I. We would play games like Crash Bandicoot Warp, which was amazing stuff, Frogger, of course, the iconic game, and Pong, because Pong was redefined. I never really played a lot of violent games, because that really wasn't my thing. More violent, I mean like Grand Theft Auto games, shooting games, just never really was it. I was mainly sports games. That was really the only genre I was actually exposed to. Now my first real shooter game actually came on the computer. My best friend was telling me about this game called Infantry. If you guys have ever heard of this game, it was nice. It's kind of like this pixelation game online, and it was just interesting. And the thing that was nice was it was a ranking system, and I spent hours and hours on that game. Of course, I had a terrible computer trying to do this, so it was bad. Playing gaming, you know how it is. If you don't have a great internet or a great system like that, it makes gaming harder. This game called Infantry was fantastic. The main thing I like about it was playing with my friends. My buddy's name was Skunk16, so I was Skunk17. You know how you do that when you're a little kid. You always try to be like choppy, and you see all these fanboys now. Here on Xbox, all the little kids have the same names as each other, and people get made fun of. But back in the day, it was actually cool to do that. Now, the thing I really liked was a lot of people in my school played that game, and that's really the whole reason why I play video games, to meet and interact with other people. I really don't want a lone wolf. If I really wanted a lone wolf, I'd probably choose a different hobby. But for me, I like to be social and interact with other people. Now, I went over to my friend's house, the exact same guy who was Skunk16. He was my best friend. We always went to each other's houses over the weekend. I saw his older brother playing this game called Halo or something on the computer, and I had no clue what it was. And I told you guys already, I'm not really into big shooters. But after watching him play, it was just really weird. Because one, it's very dark. Like you watch Halo in the beginning, that the Spartans are going through kind of a deserted area with fire falling down, you know, sparks going everywhere, and it's really that kind of feeling game. I've never really been exposed to that kind of stuff. Well, a lot of my friends were playing Halo, so I was like, you know what, let me go get it. So after going through the whole phase of buying a GameCube and getting out of that whole thing, I went and bought an Xbox, and that's to play Halo 2. And let me just say, guys, Halo 2 is fantastic. There's something about, as my boy Zeus said, there's something about playing the first game that you play is like your favorite. You know, for me, I played COD 4, that was my favorite. A lot of people say Modern Warfare 2 was their favorite, or Black Ops was their favorite, or World at War, etc. Halo 2 is my game. There's not been another Halo that's considered it to be the exact same thing as me, because Halo, I spent, now there's the whole reason why I started going from 5 minutes to 2 hours. Mainly because of the whole aspect of having clans, which I'll talk about in other videos because I love clans. Once again, not the bad stuff, not the bad clans that have been, you know, been known through history. Just kind of gaming clans, that's what I like to do. I'm not really sure what order these games are in, but other games that have been really fun to me are Battlefield 2, which I'm very looking forward to. Battlefield 3, you already probably saw from the beta. It wasn't really exciting, just because they made some minor changes. And that was just mainly on their fault. The servers kept falling, so hopefully it'll be iconic and not go away from the Bad Company feeling. Because Battlefield 2 is an amazing game. It was just so realistic and it was nice. And the next game, which most people don't really talk about, would be Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare 2. That was actually the first game that I was really good at shooters. The other games I was okay, and you know, I was average with my friends and all. There was something about Grawl. I'm not really sure for the third-person aspect or something, but it was awesome. And I'll talk about it in another video because there's a clan I was trying to go out for a long time. It's called the All-Stars, and they're actually #1 in the game battle circuit, which will be a nice, interesting story later on. If you guys have never played Grawl, Grawl 3 is coming out soon. It's supposed to come out last March. They pushed it back to the middle of the summer. They pushed it back to November of this year. They're pushing it back to next March. Not really sure what's going to happen with this game. It looks interesting. I'm not really sure if it's going to go back to Grawl 2 or if it can even hold up to the Modern Warfare 3s and the Battlefield 3s. So just interesting to see all Grawl 3 or Future Soldier pan out. Now it's interesting. Most of you guys play Call of Duty because you guys love shooters and you guys have other people like that. I actually picked up Call of Duty because my cousin, her family was hosting a foreign exchange person at their house. A guy from Germany, his name was Max, came over and they came to our house for Thanksgiving. We live in 2 different states. They live in Florida, we live in Georgia. So they came up for Thanksgiving. And being a nice host I am, I asked the kid if he wanted to go. We were going to Block. I said, "Do you want to rent any games?" He says, "Let's rent this game." He actually wanted to rent a wrestling game. So he was really into wrestling, but I really wasn't into wrestling that much. And so he's like, "Yeah, let's play some COD 4. I'm like, "Okay." It's funny, we actually never played. He left before we even got to play. So the day before I returned, I said, "Let me just put this in there." And you know how it is. You get the first moment, the first adrenaline, the graphics are amazing, and it's from there on you're hooked. And that's the thing about me, guys. I love graphics. I don't know if that's just my design aspect. I don't know if this is how I think, because I think like a designer now. But the thing, if after I look back at all these shooting games, is one, I don't really approve of a lot of these games, just because some of the stuff I don't believe in. But I love them all about the aspect and whole designing process. Because back in the infantry game, it was cool because you can make your own banners. So you have your creative process back then. So not only it really wasn't a violent game, it was mainly just kind of a social game for me. And of course, now after COD 4, you have the other games that are coming out. The Year of the Threes, which I've been talking about for a long time. That's pretty much my gaming history, guys. So just tell me what your gaming history is. Now I'm starting in my videos a new way. A new segment I call What's the Hoopla. This is just a way for you all to see what's going on with my channel. Something to be looking forward to, my thought process in making my videos, stuff like that. Because right now my channel is booming. It's going in the right direction. I recently just became a director on a new site called TGM. This was created by my good buddy, Jeremy aka TallMountain44, and it stands for The Gaming Mountain. The nice thing about this channel is a community channel, so any of you guys can post on that. Now, funny story how Jeremy and I met. When I first started YouTube, I was just looking at the recommended videos box, and his video popped up on there. He had 1 subscriber at the time. I subscribed to the second one. Now he has over 1,000 plus subscribers. It's nice to see because he's worked for each and every one of them. He has not taken any handouts. It's nice when we first started, he had this really good goal of becoming a machinima partner. And of course everyone had that ludicrous dream. Few people get it. It's funny because actually his girlfriend, Small Melon is what they call her, actually encouraged him to start YouTube. He was kind of, as we all are, scared and nervous if this was the right thing for him or not. Let me just say, guys, Jeremy is fantastic. I've given him out shoutouts in many other videos. We've worked side by side on Yaush video before. And so it's awesome. I'd just like to say thank you to Jeremy for giving me this opportunity. And once again, guys, The Gaming Mountain. It's going to be in my sub box from now on, as well in the description below. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. Now, in other news, guys, I'm finally getting new editing software. In a couple days, my friend is giving me the Mac OS X CD so I can finally boot camp my computer. This means I can get Sony Vegas 12. Or if I don't want to, I can get Final Cut on my Mac version or any other software like that. That means I can finally have moving motion graphics. I can probably create my own. I can actually have watermarks actually move, stuff like that. So you guys, please be patient with me. I'm hoping I can get this all up before I turn 20, which is November 21st. I also have a new ludicrous goal of having 500 subscribers by that point. That only goal can be achieved if I can actually post every single time, and right now college is not allowed to. But I hope this will change, because right now, when I get this new software, I can finally do dual comms. With everyone that keeps saying I'm going to do them, we can actually finally do the dual comms. Hope all is well wherever you are in the world. Thanks again to anyone that was in this video. Ford, OG, Brass, we completely destroyed the other team. You guys, hope you have a great week. Thanks for watching.